Hello, I'm William. This is the Wine Room, Putnam Market in Saratoga Springs, and this is opening the second of these rather lovely wines from Channing Daughters, a winery on Long Island, and one which is committed to sort of transparency, not just in the way that they make the wine, but also the way they describe it. What it does is it really allows you to anticipate what the wine is going to taste like. And I've already tried this Chardonnay, which is 100% Chardonnay. Here we've got something which is called Rosso Fresco, which I imagine translates to something like fresh red. So, let's see what they've got to tell us about this wine and whether what they've got to tell us is more helpful than the typical label that you'll find on a bottle of wine. Rosso Fresco, there you are. Oh, look, it tells you what's in it. It's 75% Merlot, 12% Petit Verdot, 6%, well, the remainder's Cabernet Franc, Dornfelder and Syrah. Fair enough. Okay, what does it tell us about it? It says it's an easygoing red blend. The proportions change each vintage, proportions of the different varieties. It's fun, friendly, and pairs well with pastas and just about any fish, fowl, or four-legged food you can find. It's hand-harvested grapes, which are destemmed, crushed, punched down and fermented and handled minimally. Right. No mention of oak barrels. It comes from Long Island. It says it's from Long Island, so we know it's not going to be very ripe because it's simply not as sunny as some other wine regions, and it says it's 12% alcohol, so the grapes won't have been very sugary when they were picked, because if they were lots of sugar, there'd be more alcohol if it was going to be dry. And the other thing is, because of the nature of the fruit, it's probably not going to be very darkly coloured. Now, I don't know, I've never looked at this before, but it's probably not going to be very darkly coloured. And why do I say that? Well, it's a bit like back in the good old days, I used to go blackberry picking on the hedgerows in England. And if you went early in the season, you'd come back and you might have a little bit of a stain on your fingers. But if you went late in the season picking those really ripe blackberries, my goodness, your hands would be blue with the juice and the colour all leaching from the skins of the very ripe fruit. Long Island will never give you those very ripe fruits. You won't have the skins starting to disintegrate and giving out all of their colour into the wine. But I don't know if that's true. That's what I'd expect, because I know that this has come from Long Island. So the only question is, am I right? And, well, let's have a look. Yes, it's got a sort of purpley maroony colour to it, but it's completely translucent. You can see straight through it. And looking down from the top, the stem of the glass is clearly visible, so it's not opaque at all. And where would you get that opacity from? Well, partly ripe grapes. If it's from California, and it just says California, it's quite probably a colouring material, something like Mega Purple that they put in because they know that we like dense, opaque wines, and they don't want to disappoint us, and that's a cheap way of doing it. And finally, they say it's going to be fun and fresh, and that's exactly what it smells like. I mean, it smells like a little fruit compote. You know how sometimes you can get that sort of granola with a fruit thing on the top? It's got that same kind of bright berry fruitiness. Put a little chill on this, my goodness, that'll be your friend all summer long. It's not dark, it's not opaque, it is exactly what you'd expect if you grew your grapes in Long Island and you had them turned into wine by Channing Daughters. That's what you need to know. Where were the grapes grown and who made the wine?